Hi, welcome back. Today I am coming before you to discuss about the non-parametric test, especially the sign test, which is coming under the module first of Kerala PSC Assistant Professor in Commerce exam under the heading Research Methodology and Quantitative Techniques. So what do you mean by non-parametric test? You all know about the term non-parametric test. That is, non-parametric tests are those tests in which we can't make an assumption about the population from which the samples are drawn. That is, we can't make an assumption about the population, whether this population coming under binomial distribution or normal distribution or Poisson distribution, etc. So we can't make an assumption about the nature of the population from which the samples are taken. It is otherwise known as distribution free test. That is, non-parametric tests are otherwise known as distribution free test because in the sense that we can make an assumption about the shape of the distribution. Then also these tests are used when the data are not in normal. That is, this tests are used when the data are not in normal. That is, when the data follows either binomial or Poisson, and these data do not follow the characteristics of normal distribution. So non-parametric tests do not depend upon the population parameters such as mean and variances, and hence they are called by the name non-parametric tests. Non-parametric tests are not based on, not depend upon the population parameter. Then what do you mean population parameters? Parameters are the values that we are taken from the population, that is mean and variances, and this sign test or non-parametric test do not depend upon the population parameters, and that is why this test is otherwise known as distribution free test or non-parametric test. Then among this non-parametric tests, chi-square test is one of the most significant tests under non-parametric, which was formulated by Carl Pearson in 1900, that is 1900. And I know you all know in detail about the chi-square test, so I am not prefer to discuss this chi-square test before you. So I want to take another non-parametric test, that is the sign test. Non-parametric statistics is based on either being distribution free or having a specified distribution, but with the distribution parameters are unspecified. That is, non-parametric test or statistics is based on either being distribution free. I said already that this non-parametric test is distribution free test, but having a specified distribution but with the distribution parameters unspecified. That is, the distribution parameters are unspecified. These tests are often used when the assumptions of parametric tests are violated. The assumptions of parametric tests are violated in the case of non-parametric tests. That is, what are the advantages of this non-parametric test? First advantage is that these non-parametric tests are distribution free tests. Why non-parametric tests are said to be a distribution free test? That is, they do not require any assumption to be made about the population following normal or any other distribution. That is, the shape and the name of the distribution is not required in the case of non-parametric tests. That is why this distribution is known as, this test is known as non-parametric test, and they do not require any assumption to be made about the population, whether it may be normal, whether it may be binomial, or whether it may be Poisson. The next advantage is that generally they are simple to understand and easy to apply when the sample sizes are small. This non-parametric test is used when the sample space are small. Then next is that these are less time consuming tests. Why non-parametric test is called a less time consuming test? Because Non-parametric tests do not require lengthy and laborious computations, and hence these are less time consuming. That is, if the significant results are obtained, no further work is necessary. That is, most of the non-parametric tests do not require lengthy and laborious calculations, and hence are less time consuming. Once the significant value is obtained, no further work is necessary in the case of non-parametric tests, and that's why this test take into account only less time consuming one. Then third advantage is that non-parametric tests are applicable to all types of data, whether it may be qualitative or quantitative, as well as the data that have been measured more precisely. That is, non-parametric tests are applicable to all types of data, whether it may be qualitative using nominal scaling, and whether it may be quantitative using ordinary scaling, as well as the data that have been measured more precisely. The next advantage is that many non-parametric methods make it possible to work with very small samples. This is particularly helpful to the researcher collecting pilot study data, or to a medical researcher working with rare diseases. That is, many of the non-parametric methods make it possible to work with very small sample. That I said earlier that this non-parametric test is used in the case of a small study. That is, what do you mean by small study sample? That is, what do you mean by small sample? Small sample means a sample having less than the sample size of 20. That is small sample. So if the sample size is less than 20, in the situation we may use non-parametric tests. So many non-parametric methods make it possible to work with very small sample. This is particularly helpful to the researcher collecting pilot study data, or to a medical practitioner or medical researcher working with a rare disease. Then what do you mean by pilot study? It helps the researchers to conduct the pilot study. Then what do you mean by pilot study? Pilot study is the small preliminary study which is conducted before the final study, before conducted at the beginning before the final study, in order to know the feasibility of the project, or in order to know the feasibility of the study. That is, it helps the researchers to conduct the pilot study, whether it may be feasible or not, and also it helps the researchers to working with the rare diseases, since the non-parametric tests are useful mostly in the case of small samples. The next advantage is that non-parametric methods make fewer and less stringent assumptions that are more easily met than do the classical procedures. That is, non-parametric tests or non-parametric methods make fewer and less assumptions than the classical procedures. So these are some of the advantages of this non-parametric test. The large number of non-parametric tests are used. One of them important is that chi-square test, which that test is already known by you all. Then I want to give a small description about the sign test. That is the sign test. The sign test is the simplest of the non-parametric tests. Its name comes from the fact that it is based on the direction or signs for pluses or minus of a pair of observations, and not on their numerical magnitude. That is, this sign test is the simplest form of non-parametric test, and its name comes from the fact that it is based on the direction, or it is based on the sign, how many positive sign and how many negative sign, or how many plus sign or how many minus signs of a pair of observation, and not on their numerical magnitude. That is, in any problem in which sign test is used, we may count the number of positive sign or number of negative sign. Here we, under sign test, we may count the number of positive signs and a number of negative signs. 0 cannot be included either as positive or negative. അതായത് ഈ 2 pairs of observationൻ്റെ വാല്യൂ രണ്ടും സെയിം വാല്യൂ ആണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് അതിൻ്റെ ഡിഫറൻസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 0 ആയിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെയുള്ള 0ൻ്റെ കേസിൽ നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കലും അത് കൗണ്ട് ചെയ്യൂല, അത് നമ്മളെ ലീവ് ചെയ്യും. ആ ഒരു ഐറ്റത്തിനെ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് നമ്മൾ ലീവ് ചെയ്യും. അതിനുശേഷം ബാക്കിയുള്ള ഐറ്റംസ് ആണ് നമ്മൾ n ആയിട്ട് ടോട്ടൽ നമ്പർ ഓഫ് ഐറ്റംസ് കൗണ്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എടുക്കാറുള്ളത്. അപ്പോൾ ഹിയർ ദ സൈൻ ടെസ്റ്റ് ഈസ് പ്യൂർലി ബേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ ദ സൈൻ, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഹൗ മെനി നമ്പർ ഓഫ് പോസിറ്റീവ് സൈൻ ആൻഡ് ഹൗ മെനി നമ്പർ ഓഫ് negative signs in the total distribution. That is why this test is otherwise known as the sign test, and it does not take into account their numerical magnitude. Clear? Then 0 can be included either as cannot be included either as positive or negative. The sign test is based on the binomial distribution in the sense that the positive and negative signs are the values of a random variable having the binomial distribution with p is equal to 1 by 2. So in order to make it clear this point, we need to know what is binomial distribution. Binomial distribution is a discrete probability distribution having two outcomes, that is two dichotomous outcomes. It may be called as either success or failure. Likewise here also in the case of sign test, here there are two outcomes, that is positive sign and negative sign, and this sign test is purely based on the binomial distribution in the sense that the positive and negative signs are the values of a random variable having the binomial distribution. And here the p is equal to, the p stands for the probability of success is equal to 1 by 2, and the probability of failure is also 1 by 2, that is there are equal chance of being selected on either side. The sign test can be of two types, that is the one sample sign test and the paired sample sign test. That is the sign test can be two types, one sample sign test and the paired sample sign test. Then what do you mean by one sample sign test? In a one sample sign test, we test the null hypothesis that mu is equal to mu 0, that is mu 0 against an appropriate alternative on the basis of a random sample of size n. We replace each sample value greater than mu 0 with a plus sign and each sample value less than mu 0 with a minus sign. That is we are placing a null hypothesis that the mean value of a random variable is almost equal to some value. This is the null hypothesis that we are going to set up under the sign test. Then here we may count the number of positive signs and we may count the number of negative signs. We replace the each sample value greater than the mu 0. If the sample value is greater than the mu 0, count out what are those sample values having the positive sign and count out what are those sample values having the negative sign. And we may discard the sample value exactly equal to 0. That is 0 ആണെന്നെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ആ സാമ്പിൾ വാല്യൂ അതിനെ ഡിസ്കാർഡ് ചെയ്യും. ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ സൈൻ ടെസ്റ്റ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. That is, we may then test the null hypothesis that these plus sign minus signs are the values of a random variable having the binomial distribution with p is equal to 1 by 2. And all these positive and negative sign values are the two outcomes of a random experiment, just like the success or failure in the case of a binomial distribution. And that is why this sign test is based on binomial distribution.